Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host Finley, and today it's just crazy because number one, I haven't had an episode now in a few weeks and I'm really behind, and I'm sorry about that. I don't mean to be. Life has just been so crazy. I've been out of town. It was my birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, school, just all the things. Christmas is coming up. It hasn't passed, but not that far behind. But I'm getting close to it. So but while I was not putting out episodes, our 3-year podcasting has went by, which is crazy. My 3-year podcasting anniversary, which is so crazy that I've been doing with this for 3 years. 3 years flies by. I don't feel like it's been 3 years, but you know what, it has been, and it's crazy. It's awesome. I honestly, my brothers and my dad joked with me that it was only going to last a week, but it's lasted 3 years. And so, I think that's crazy because, I don't know. I definitely saw it lasting longer than a week, but I had no idea I would be here now with podcasts and now with a vlog. And, it's actually getting to, boost and go somewhere in the more recent months. And so, it's just crazy. I never saw myself where I am today, even though I'm not even that far ahead. And I just can't imagine in a few more years what I'll be saying or where I'll be at. And I'm just so thankful for, my parents and my brothers and just all my friends. They've been my biggest cheerleaders and biggest supporters, which is super sweet. And I love that. And so it's been crazy. But today I just thought I'd talk about kind of the memories and how it all got started and where I'm planning or what are my dreams for this or where is it wanting to go. So let's jump right in. Let's start back when this whole thing started. So basically, I just remember going for a walk one day, and I don't know, I went for a walk and I was listening to Sadie Robertson's podcast, and while I was listening to her podcast, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, and I fell in love with it and was literally listening to every episode. I've listened to 75% of her episodes, and there's a lot of episodes, which I need to get back on. I haven't listened to some in a few weeks. But I was listening to all of her episodes. I started back at the beginning and was working my way through. I just couldn't get enough. I listened to 6 or 7 episodes a day. It was a lot. Just while I went throughout my day, and I do school at home, so I'd listen to it while I did school and all the things. So I listened to that, and then I came home, and that night I was writing in my notebook all these things I wanted to do, and I took it to my dad and brother, and they were why wait? Why do you think you have to wait till you're an adult to do this? And I was good point. They were I feel at least at that point 3 years ago, kids being, I don't know, it just wasn't a huge thing for there to be kids sharing the gospel and having a platform. And so I was you know what, this would be so cool to do. And so, I called my friend over, asked her to do a podcast. I'm pretty sure she didn't realize that I was actually going to post it. But after we filmed it, my brother put it on Spotify, and I guess she was oh, wow, okay, I guess that actually went out there. And we look back and cringe on the things that we said. And honestly, I'm still going to look back at today's episode and do the same thing. But you know what? It's all part of memories and all part of the journey, so that's why I don't take it down. It's just crazy. I've changed where I film it many, many, many times. But I do that. I rearrange my room a lot. I rearrange things a lot. That's just kind of how my life works. So, right now I just film in my mom's office, and I have these awesome mics, and I've got my little sign on this little table back here and super comfy chairs. And so I really like this setup right now, especially for when I have a guest on. They will be over there and the camera will be on a wider view. But today it's just me, and I do want to have people on. It's just so busy and so hard to have people on. I'm going to try and film a lot over break though, over Christmas break, and have people back on. But it's crazy because now my school newspapers interviewed me about it, and I did my school broadcast about it and all this stuff, and now that I vlog, that kind of boosts this platform. So it's just all kind of crazy. The way it's come together, but it's all obviously God's plan, and I couldn't have put it together the way he did, but he's put it together in such a beautiful way, and so it's just been so cool to be his, be a part of his plan, and I've loved it. I've loved every bit of it. So basically where I'm going with this, where I would love to go with this is I would love to pursue ministry, and I would love to be that to be my full-time job for the rest of my life, ministry, go and work for Live Original, or just Young Life, just some sort of ministry. but we'll see what happens. I would love to be able to speak at conferences one day. That's like the ultimate dream, like speaking at Passion. Oh my gosh, that would be like a dream come true, and I would love that. You can see as the cars drive by, like in the window. Anyways, yeah, that would be like a ultimate passion. Right now I'm working on writing a 100-day devotional, and we'll see if I ever publish it, but I'm naming it something after something my grandma told me. And I just have all these dreams, and I just can't even like fit them into one box. But I'm just kind of praying, like, God, if this is your plan, open the door, and if it's not, close it and don't let me open it. So I've just been walking that road, and now with my vlog I kind of use that to boost this, and also just to give y'all another glimpse of a different, just like my life in general. And I just think it's super fun to film and edit. Like, it's something I love to do. And so find something that you love to do, and call it work, is what they say. Unless it's obviously something sinful, but so, and this is what I love to do, and so I want to make it my work. So and my friends are all super sweet and super supportive. We all like joke about it all the time, but even like my friends at school, everyone, they all like it, and they all support me. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. I'd say my biggest advice in doing this is just jump in. Like, don't be afraid to just start and just go, because I was a little afraid to start and just go, but then my brother and my dad were like, no, just do it. And so I did, and look where I am. And you might be scared of what people thought of you. I was terrified that people at my school were gonna find out. Like, my friends knew, but like people, like the guys at my school, like I was so scared if they ever found out, like I would be like dead. But they sent me a video, and they were all hanging out the other day, and they were sitting in their garage, and they had the projector screen on. They sent a picture, and it was like them watching my podcast. And it's just funny because it was kind of like a joke, but at the same time it's like, they're not like making fun of me for it or anything. Like, I just like had no idea that I like wouldn't need to care what they thought, because I think they think it's pretty cool, whether they just are saying that to make fun of me or saying it because they genuinely mean it. Either way, no one gives me a super hard time about it, and so I'm super thankful for that. So yeah, just like don't be afraid of what other people are gonna think. Just jump right in and do it. It's like I've met there's been one time before that someone's come up to me in public and known me because of my podcast and my vlog, and it was super sweet. It was actually at my church that I ran into someone, and I thought it was super sweet, and I love to meet. Like, it's like when you meet somebody that like it's like, because this is such a thing where it's like you don't see your audience. You have a big audience, but you don't see it. And so when you actually get to see a person that like you touched and that listens to your stuff, it's just like so like, oh, like it's so like I love, it's just kind of an answer to prayer in a way. So like, and a boost of like when I'm on a roll with putting out podcasts and I'm super like loving it, and I always love it, but like I'm really on fire. Like, when I see someone and someone comes up to me and says that, that's like something that wants to boost me and wants me to keep going, because I'm like, okay, people are saying this is real people, this is getting places. So I really love that, and that is super awesome. So yeah, I mean, I would love to write books and pursue ministry, and yeah, so I'm just kind of seeing where this takes me. Lately I've been super busy with school, so like doing this in school has been a lot. But you know what, as long as it's God's plan, I will be able to make time for it. And so that is what I'm trying to currently do. So yeah, that's kind of all that I have for today. It's kind of a short episode, but at the same time, I just wanted to like let you guys know that I'm so thankful for you guys for listening. And if you don't follow my vlog or if you don't follow my podcast, go ahead and do that. I will be pumping out some episodes now because I've been behind. And I'd love to have some of my friends on just to talk about life and just Q&As and all the things. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.